Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and other. Today's show is all about
how to make the vampire mermaid skirt for a fashion doll. Print out pattern from Mermaid blog. Cut out the patterns. The patterns have two lines. Inner line is the seam line where your stitches should go. The outer line is for small seam allowance. Sometimes you may wish to add a little more seam allowance. The front piece is cut on fold, so fold your fabric. You can cut the pieces as they were on the pattern sheet, but if your fabric has no pattern and you want to save fabric, you can turn the middle piece like this. This is a tight pattern for a modern doll, so if your fabric has no stretch or is very thick, you may wish to add a little extra around the edges. Make sure your pieces are in right order. If your fabric frays a lot, like this satin here, glue around edges with fray stay or fabric glue to prevent too much fraying. Let the glue dry before sewing. What I like to do when I have many pieces that are easily mixed up is I pin them all to each other from one edge, so that they stay in right order while I'm sewing. Pin down the seam you are going to sew and sew it. Repeat sewing all the seams, but not the back seam. Leave that one open. You may wish to clip little notches on the part where the skirt starts growing outwards, but be careful not to cut your stitches. Try it on your doll to decide if the length is right. The pattern is for about ankle length to allow adding some lace or trims. If you wish to add more train, just add more length to each piece. You may just glue the edge or turn it back and sew. Also, turn the waist seam allowance towards the back and sew it. Iron your skirt at this point if it needs ironing. Sew the back seam. Sew as far up as where the slightly larger seam allowance starts. Turn your skirt over and lastly, sew enclosure at the waist.
Thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, like, comment and share your creations by tagging me.